everybody, welcome to Wine Library TV. I'm your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and it's opening day. So I'm getting out of here. So you're only getting 2 wines instead of 4. And those 2 wines are very interesting. I was emailed a little while back. Somebody really wanted this head-to-head, and it would be no better time than today when I'm in a rush to go watch some baseball than to do it today. And so that's what we're doing. What we're doing is the Pine Ridge Battle Royale. And really what we're doing is a head-to-head battle between the 2 top cuvées from Pine Ridge. They do have a Howell Mountain, a 3rd top cuvée, which is a winery-exclusive wine. And if you're ever in Napa, Pine Ridge is one of the great places to check out. They're off the Silverado Trail. And you should definitely go seek out that Howell Mountain because it's a great bottled wine. And so the wines we're doing today are numero 1, the Pine Ridge Oakville Cabernet Sauvignon 2003, which is 92 points Wine Enthusiast and $58 US. And wine number 2, the Pine Ridge Stag's Leap District 2002, which is 55 bones, double nickels, and 91 points Robert Parker. So I poured it into the glass, and I'm really, really excited about going head-to-head on these 2 wines. Again, very interesting battle. Let's see why. Number 1, same winery. Number 2, 2 different vineyards, which are really intriguing. Number 3, similar price points. Number 4, 2 different critics scoring above 90. So really I'm here kind of to settle the score more than anything else, because that's what I do for you. I settle the score. Speaking of settling the score, nice segue to nothing, the Chicago party, which is coming up very shortly. I was contacted and reminded to give one last pump because we've got a couple people who have canceled, so there might be some openings. I think there's maybe a couple spots open for the Chicago party, but they'd like to create a little waiting list in case somebody else has not joined. Also, the organizers have been taking prepayments from PayPal, and a good amount have not paid yet, so they wanted me to shout that out. Just a messenger. Don't shoot me. So I'm going to have a link right over here. I'm really excited for it. I have agreed. They kind of twisted my arm, you know, like that arm bar that looks so much like it hurt, but it never really did in WWF. They put me in an arm bar, and here's what I'm doing. I'm going to lead a tasting for everybody in Chicago. So I'm sending out some wine, 4 different wines that every single person can taste. I'll be leading that because, number 1, I like audiences, and I'm looking forward to performing in that manner. And number 2, because they arm barred me. I mean, come on, did that not look like it hurt? All right, so let's do this because this is going to be very intriguing. We're going to start with the 2002 first, so let's do that. We're going to start with the 2002, again, Stag's Leap District from Napa Valley, Cabernet Sauvignon. Again, it's been a little breathing in the glass because I like to do that once in a while. Plus, I thought it kind of looked cool, a little head-to-head stuff. And let's give it a whirl. Pine Ridge came out in 1978, so it's a fairly new winery out of Napa. But it's got really it's a very interesting winery to me, actually. There's a lot of people, it's like a love-hate thing. A lot of people are just in love with Pine Ridge and think they make some of the best wines in the valley. And there's a whole other group of people, mainly people that really live and die by press, that feel that, you know, it's okay, run-of-the-mill kind of stuff, because again, it gets 91s and 2s, occasional 94 here and there, but not the biggest scores they've ever seen. And a lot of people, unfortunately, categorize wines by scoring. Don't do that. But I'm about to score this wine. Anyway, let's give it a whirl. Great black cherry flavor coming through on this nose. This does have some Petit Verdot, Malbec, and Merlot in it, but I don't have the breakdowns. It's just a back label was enabling me to realize that. Obviously, it's got tremendous, tremendous color. Very profound nose. I mean, you're getting a classic oak monster nose on this because there's a good amount of oak, but why I'm not bringing him out, is because it's really integrated nicely with a little bit of cedar, a really nice hint of eucalyptus coming through on the nose as well, which is very interesting, very exciting, and fun for a little boy from Belarus like me. So I'm enjoying it. I'm happy. Let's give it a whirl. Round 1 is definitely going to the Stag's Leap Cab, mainly because the other guy's just not coming out at all. He hasn't thrown a punch yet, but it's not a little fair. We haven't given it a whirl. Huge, huge tannins. I mean, my mouth is watering right now by the tannin structure. Tremendous integration of the alcohol, great body length and structure, a nice silkiness on the finish, and that classic mocha berry flavor that I get from a lot of Pine Ridge wines and a lot of wines from the Stag's Leap District that's coming through. It's got a little too much heat for me right now, but it is a young wine, and it's a big Cabernet, and so that should be a little expected. I'm not going to score it yet. Just going to give a little whirl over here, put it over here, because again, this is head-to-head. We got to really get into this. Wine number 2, the 2003 Oakville Cab from Napa Valley, and I didn't have to do that, right? Because we zoomed in before. Thanks, Sarah. Anyway, let's give it a whirl. I'm just so used to my routine. Different nose completely, and this is where it gets fun. Totally different nose. This wine right here is far less explosive on the fruit. This is more coming with the lilacs and the violets and the rose petals. A little hint of clove coming through as well. A little tighter of a nose. Reminds me a little bit of like Moss Man from He-Man. You know, little moss that you find kind of on the ground next to the trees. I'm getting a little bit of a moss flavor. Moss Man was awesome. I used to play with him, you know, throw him by. Did you have Moss Man? He was sweet. I mean, if you have a Moss Man, please send it to me. I really need it. I'll put it right in the show here. Please, I need one. You had Man of Arms? That was for like the boring kids that like math. Loser. All right, so let's give this a whirl. This is going to get interesting. Wow. This wine has not as much tannins, has a very polished raspberry flavor that I'm really enjoying. Almost like a raspberry juice box that you would take, you know, like to school when you were little. It's got like, I didn't want to use that analogy because I'm worried that you might think of it as an artificial flavor, and I use that term a lot of times for like that juice high C flavor as fake flavor. It's not. It's a purity. It's almost like a juice box, but like the juice boxes that the kids are going to be drinking in like 10 years from the organic farms with the bees and the whole thing, and the naked workers worked on it, and you know, they're $43 a box, but you know, that's where we're going. We're going to go into the Whole Foods or anything that's like that. It's probably by then going to be called green organic foods. Walk in there and say, oh, 43 bucks for, you know, for a single juice box with that kind of quality and true earth, and I love Mother Earth, and I like earth, and green is awesome. That kind of juice box flavor, because it's so pure and rich, almost like an unfiltered raspberry bomb exploding in your face, and you didn't duck. And that's what I'm getting out of this wine. I love the structure of this wine. I like the polish of this wine. There's a little bit more power going on over here, a little bit more finesse, a little bit more football, a little bit more ballet. It's really kind of an opinion thing there. But I'm going to drink them again one more time, side by side, before I give my verdict. Black cherries all day. Real firm grip. I mean, just like real tannic wine, just really like, you know, just grabs your tongue and your entire palate. I'm going to score the Oakville Cabernet a 91 plus. I'm going to score the Stag's Leap Cabernet a 91 plus. Ding, ding, ding. We have a draw. You're pissed, right? I hate draws too. Question of the day. What is the greatest head-to-head battle you've ever seen? Mine? Andre Hogan, of course. Because you, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world.